Nduka Anthony Anaghechukwu, and I'm a blockchain technology enthusiast and a blockchain project community manager. And I'm currently the Nigeria representative at United Africa Blockchain Association. UABA, which is United Africa Association, United Africa Blockchain Association is where several blockchain projects come together to get several services that we offer, like job creation, education, and the rest. So today we'll be talking about cryptocurrency wallets, and yeah, that's all about me for now. So if you would like to reach out to me, there is a link I have on the screen, which I'm sharing right now. It's written www.dibiz.com/Nduka Anthony A. So that would help you reach out to me. So thank you very much. So the topic we have today is cryptocurrency wallets. Now I'm going to be explaining what wallets are specifically and how to make use of cryptocurrency wallets and how they actually work at the background. But before I do that, I would like you all to know that neither this presentation nor anything on my Twitter, Telegram, or any of my social media accounts should constitute as a financial advice. I am not a financial advisor, and I hold no formal qualifications in this area. But this program is specifically for educational purposes only. So now let's dive into what we have today. So now, what are wallets? I know most of us have been hearing about wallets, and we usually think that wallets are the usual physical wallets we put in our pockets, maybe where we put funds and all that. No. When we talk about cryptocurrency wallets, we talk about things that are virtual in a way that we actually use for cryptocurrency or digital assets transactions. So on my slide here, a cryptocurrency wallet is a software program, online platform, or a hardware device that holds the keys you use to send and receive various blockchain cryptocurrency tokens. Now, what this is talking about is, it means that this is actually a software that was built by programmers that would allow you to send and receive cryptocurrencies and also store cryptocurrencies. So, and this is much like the same physical wallets that we normally make use of, So, but here in this aspect, we talk about it virtually. So it literally stores your private and your public keys. Now, I'm going to explain what these private and public keys are in my next slide so that we get to understand how these cryptocurrency wallets work actually. Because without these private and public keys, we may not be able to grasp the full understanding of what cryptocurrency wallets are and how they actually work. So I'm going to be doing that on our next slide. Yes. Now, there are two main things that constitute a cryptocurrency wallet, and these two things are public keys and private keys. Now, these two things are very, very important that you should note them out because it's what you're going to use to make your transactions. So without them, your cryptocurrency wallet is completely useless, So now I'm going to start by explaining what a public key is. Then we can now go ahead to explaining what a private key is. So what is a public key? A public key is an original extended version of a wallet address. It comprises of extremely long alphanumeric keys. Now, a public key is it's a very long alphanumeric keys that allows you to send and receive cryptocurrencies. You get? But based on my definition here, I mentioned a wallet address. Now, a wallet address is kind of a summarized version of a public key. I hope you know that. So that's what a public key is. A public key allows you to send and receive cryptocurrencies, while a wallet address also allows you to do the same, but the wallet address is much like a summarized version or a compressed, or I should call it a hashed version of a public key. Because in my next slide, I'm going to show you what a public key looks like. And I know if you see it, you will know why we're making use of wallet addresses instead of public keys the way they are. So, but before that, I would like to tell you what private keys are all about. Now, private keys are also a long string of letters and numbers that allows you to store, send, receive, and manage your cryptocurrencies. Now, this sounded same like the public key, but the difference here is that the private key grants access and ownership to your cryptocurrencies. I know you guys have passed through the first session where they talked about cryptocurrencies and how they work. and you know that you can only send and receive cryptocurrencies using your private keys. Normally, we have bank accounts and we can only send money through the can only send and receive money through the mobile app of that bank, and that's just how cryptocurrency wallets work. But before you make use of the mobile app for that bank, you would have to log into that account. And what grants you access to that account is your password. Your password and your personal username or any other digit number or key that gives access to that account. So without those password and username, you may not be able to have access to your money in your bank account mobile app. But here in the cryptocurrency session, we talk about private keys because these are much like the same username that we make use of. So what grants access for money to send and receive is your private key. Private key also allows you to store your cryptocurrencies in your wallet. So private key is much like where your cryptocurrencies are being stored. It only grants access that you can now use to send or receive. A public key is used to send and receive, but a private key is more like, let's say we have a physical key that locks the door. Now, the key that you use to took into the padlock is the private key because it will grant access for the opening or the closing of the key. Same thing with the private keys, which grants access to the opening or the sending and receiving of cryptocurrencies in your wallet. So that's why private keys are really, really important because they help and allow you to sign transactions on your cryptocurrency wallet. It also shows that you are the owner of the wallet because you are in possession of them. So let's look at the next slide so that we can see what a private key and a public key look like. Now, if you look at the public keys, you will see that the line is very, very long. If you see where it starts from ZPUB6RF9JCX and so on and so forth, you will see that the characters are extremely, extremely long. And it is easier to use the hash version of the public key, which is called the wallet address, to send and receive your cryptocurrencies. So this is just how a public key looks like. But if you look at the other side, you would see what a private key looks like. It's actually long, but it's much lesser than that of a public key. And I know it may be confusing at times because of that same size, but there's now what we call seed phrases, which are kind of replacing your private keys. Now, if you look at the screen, you'll see what the private key looks like. But in that sense, a seed phrase is much like up to 12 words or even 24 or 56 words, but you rarely have such cases, but we usually know 12-word seed phrase and 24-word seed phrase. Now, what seed phrase does is to store your private keys. It does the same task with your private key, but seed phrases allow you to store more than or have more than 2, 3, 4, 5 private keys. You know, you can have a private key for Bitcoin wallet, you can have a private key for Ethereum wallet, you can have a private key for Cardano wallet, and so on and so forth. But your seed phrases is much like gives you access to have several private keys in one wallet, and that's just the job of seed phrases. And seed phrases are much more easier to remember and to note down than noting down your private keys, because if you can look at the screen, you'd see where it starts from BCKAHDI. If I miss one single letter word, that means I've lost my account. You know, I've lost my private key or my funds. You know, so that's why we have seed phrases that makes it easier for us to have access to our accounts. So if you look below on the private key side, you would see where I wrote about a sample of a seed phrase: water, bounce, pain, engineer, rate, fire. These are complete 12 words that allow you to have access to your wallet. I know that you see this one and you think there is funds inside. There is not. They actually created that for sample cases, but there is nothing like any funds inside of it. So, but it's just for sample cases. So let's move on to the next slide. So now we have wallet addresses, which is the shortened version of the public key. Now, if you look at the screen, you will see sample of wallet address that I displayed. The first one is that of a Bitcoin blockchain only wallet address, which starts with BC1Q blah, 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 blah. And that's just that for the Bitcoin wallet address. But for Ethereum ERC20 wallet address, you have OX866, some blah, 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 blah. So that's just what it looks like. So if you look at this and compare it with the public key, you see that this looks much more easier to make use of rather than making use of that public extremely long public key. You know, it would be easier to make use of your Ethereum wallet address, which allows you to make transactions, send and receive money easily. You know, I believe that some other blockchain projects are trying to launch several ways to allow you send and receive money without using a wallet address. So what they do is that they get some characters and they link it to your wallet address, so that once you make transactions on their blockchain, you would be able to receive funds easily without having to input a very long disorganized public keys or wallet addresses. Some projects like Celo Valora, which allows you to send cryptocurrencies and receive cryptocurrencies using your mobile phone number. So what they did is that they kind of link your wallet address to your phone number. So once that is done, you'll be able to send money or cryptocurrencies using your phone number to someone else's phone number. And that makes it easier, you know. So I'm just giving that for an instance. So you may have some cases where you see some wallet addresses that look like maybe your name or your phone number, your account number, things like that. That makes it easier for you to make use of cryptocurrency wallet addresses. Let's go on to the next slide. So now I'm going to talk about kinds of wallets we have. And here I believe it's going to help us understand perfectly wallets and how we make the kind of wallet we have in existence and how the ones we can actually make use of if we want to. So the first one we have is paper wallets. The second, web wallets, that's website wallets. We have mobile wallets, desktop wallets, and hardware wallets. Now we are going to take them one after the other so that we can understand better what they actually mean. So the first one, which is paper wallets. Now a paper wallet is an offline wallet that stores your private keys on a printed paper. Now, if you look at the paper on the screen, you'll see that it contains a Bitcoin wallet address and also a private key, and also QR codes that help you translate them if you want to use an OCR to an optical recognition or barcode scanner to scan your wallet address or your private keys. So this is a hardware wallet. It's actually an offline wallet that allows you to store your cryptocurrencies on the printed paper you see here. So I'm going to show us how to generate this paper wallet very soon, maybe as part of the course by the end. And we'll be able to understand better how it is used, the risks and merits involved in using a paper wallet. So on the next slide, we have the web wallet. Now, if you look at the web wallet, you would see that this is a website that you can access. This is a wallet that you can access online through a website. So what it does is that it stores your private keys and your public keys on that website. You know, not really on that website, but at the back end of the website, in a way that you can easily come to the website, input your private keys, and have access to your funds using that same web page. Examples of web wallets we have Exodus web wallet. We also have KuCoin Exchange wallet and many other web wallets available. So the next one I'm going to show us is our mobile wallets. Now, if you look at the screen, you see that this is specifically easy to understand. This is an online wallet that you can access using your mobile devices. It allows you to access your cryptocurrency accounts on your mobile device. All you need to do is to download them, input your private key, and you have access to your accounts, you know. So, and it's much easier that way. And, you know, mobile phones is what we use almost daily. We go to different places. You don't need to come, you don't need to get a laptop for it. Just go use your phone, open the app, and you're already accessing your funds very easy and a fast way. So this mobile wallet allows you to store cryptocurrencies, send and receive them on your mobile devices. So example of this mobile wallet, we have Valora wallets, mobile wallets, like the one you're seeing on the screen. We also have Trust Wallet, which is one of the most popular multi-currency cryptocurrency wallets. We also have MetaMask, which is also one of the most popular multi-currency wallets we have. So on the next slide, we have desktop wallets. Now, if you look at the screen, you would see something that looks so old and somehow, but this is what a desktop wallet looks like. A desktop wallet is a software-built wallet that still stores your private key on that software. How this works is that you just have to install the software in your system on your desktop. If you install the software, you'll be able to interact with the wallet without having access to the internet. It just works without the internet. So this is just how the desktop wallet works. This is how it looks like. And this sample you are seeing here is Electrum desktop wallet. So what it does is that it allows you to access your private key and access your funds on your desktop computer. So the next one we have is the hardware wallets. Now, these are offline high security cryptocurrency wallets that stores your private keys and your public keys in a physical device. If you look at the picture, you would see the picture on the screen, you would see a sample of a hardware wallet, which is made by Ledger Nano. And this looks like a flash drive if you look at it, but this flash drive or this hardware wallet you are seeing here can contain billions dollars worth of Bitcoin, so it's crazy. Some time ago, I made a picture, I made a post on my WhatsApp status where I showed people a picture of a full stack of gold and a single sample of Ledger Nano wallets in that same picture. I was kind of comparing, would you take a full stack of gold that would fill up a full room, or would you take a full, let's say a $1 billion worth of Bitcoin in a Ledger Nano this way? Which one would be easier for you to carry? Which one would be easier for you to move? Bitcoin and cryptocurrency makes it more easier, and your Ledger Nano wallet makes it even more easier. You can even wear it on your necklace, you can even wear it on your neck as a necklace, So, and surprisingly, you would have huge amount of funds stored inside of it, rather than moving the gold, which I talked about earlier. So these are the 5 kinds of wallets. Now, I know I mentioned kinds of wallet actually, but there are other specific categories of wallets that we still need to know, and that is what we'll work on the next slide. So here we have classes of wallets. Now, on the classes of wallets, we have 2 classes of wallets. We have hot wallets and we have a cold wallet. The cold wallet can also be called cold storage. That's what people seem to term it. So a hot wallet is any cryptocurrency wallet that requires you to have access to the internet for you to make use of them. So the only way that you can make use of a hot wallet is when you come online, you turn on your Wi-Fi or the mobile data to access it. That's just what hot wallets are. Examples of this hot wallet, I've mentioned them a few times ago. Your web wallet is your hot wallet, and your mobile wallet is also a hot wallet, because for you to make a use of your mobile wallet and your web wallet, you will need to come online, or you need to turn on your Wi-Fi and have access to it through the internet. Now, the next one is the cold wallet. This is directly the opposite of the hot wallet. Now, this allows you to access your funds without needing to connect to the internet or without needing any internet access. Now, the cold storage examples are the hardware wallet I showed you previously, which is the Ledger Nano wallet, because the Ledger Nano wallet does not require you to come online or come to the internet or use internet to send and receive crypto. All it does for you is that it stores your funds offline in your private key without accessing the internet. So another category is also your paper wallet. Your paper wallet is also a cold storage because you cannot use paper to come online, so it also stores your cryptocurrencies in that paper offline without going to the internet. Another sample is also your desktop wallet, because your desktop wallet, you don't need to go turn on your Wi-Fi or your mobile data in order to access your desktop wallet. All it does is that it allows you to send a receipt without needing the internet. So that's just it. So we'll move on to another category of wallets, and that is types of wallets. Now, first we talked about kinds of wallets. Now, secondly, we talked about classes of wallets. Now, here we are now talking about types of wallet. It is necessary that you know these things because they are really going to help you understand how wallets work specifically, and also help you use your wallet. You know how you can easily move funds, where you can keep funds for long term and the rest. So just listen to what we have to say about the types of wallets. Now we have two types of wallets. We have custodial wallets and non-custodial wallets. Now this is simply easy to break down. Anytime you hear custodial, it means that there is an entity or somebody in charge of that wallet or something, you know. So anytime you hear custodial, or we will put you in our custody, I think police usually says that. Whenever they say we'll put you in our custody, it means that they are going to be in charge for the moment. So when you hear custodial wallet, it means that there is a wallet that exists, but it means that somebody is in charge of it, even if it belongs to you. Even if the funds in it belongs to you, the crypto coins or Bitcoin or Ethereum belongs to you. But these custodial wallets means that somebody or an entity is in charge of helping you to manage that wallet. So that's just what a custodial wallet means. So these are wallets whose private keys are withheld by a third party while providing you backup security and helping you manage your cryptocurrency wallet. Now here, users do not have full control of their assets on this type of wallet. You know, you can easily send and receive cryptocurrency in that wallet, but you do not have full access to that account because most times your private keys will not be displayed to you because you are not the one in charge of it. Rather, you have somebody helping you to manage it. So an example of where you can find this wallet are web wallets, like most exchange wallets, like Binance, Huobi, OKX, FTX, and various other kinds of platforms that allow you to store your cryptocurrency assets on their platform. So the next one is non-custodial wallet. Now, this is the opposite of the custodial wallet. Now, what non-custodial wallet does is that it allows you to be in ownership or take possession of your cryptocurrency wallet by issuing you your private keys. Now, this means that you would have access to your private keys. You know, I explained earlier that your private keys is what gives you that ownership of your crypto wallet and also what gives you possession and access to your crypto funds. You know, even if you have a wallet address and you don't have a private key, then your funds, even if you go on Blockchain Explorer and view it, you'll be seeing it, but you won't have that chance to access it. You can't send and receive it because you don't have that key. You don't have the private key, which grants you that access. So what a non-custodial wallet does is that it issues users and owners of that account or the wallets their private keys and allow them to be in charge of it. So that's just that for this. And any wallet that allows users to see and own their private keys is a non-custodial wallet. You don't need to be told this. Trust Wallet is a non-custodial wallet, whether it's a hot wallet or a cold wallet. You get it's a non-custodial wallet. Paper Wallet is a non-custodial wallet because it allows you to be in charge of your funds. Ledger Nano is also a non-custodial wallet. You get so these are some examples of non-custodial wallet, and I believe with this, you will understand the categories of cryptocurrency wallets. So let's move on to the next slide. So now here, we'll be talking about how to set up our cryptocurrency wallets. Now, for this sample, I think we'll be using MetaMask extension on Chrome, which would make me to share my screen so that we would see it. So how is this done? All you need to do here is to add MetaMask wallet extension on your Chrome and create an account, then back up your seed phrase, then you are done. I think we should try this. Let's do that right away. All right, I believe you all can still see my screen. So let's do this. So MetaMask metamask.io. That's actually the official website. This is the official website, so you don't get to get mistaken with this. So for Chrome, yeah, we'll be downloading for Chrome. Install MetaMask. So you have to install the MetaMask on your so click on Add to Chrome. So it says add extension. Now, once you add the extension on your Chrome, the wallet will be downloaded. Will be downloading. It's currently downloading now. I think you can see that right here. So once it's done downloading, you would have that access to your wallet. So let's just give it that time to officially load. All right. I think it's now loaded. So you now click on get started here. If you're looking at this, your MetaMask wallet, as you have taken the process of installing the MetaMask extension on your Chrome, now what you need to do is to enter a password for this account. MetaMask actually allows users to enter passwords in order to help them also access their account, but they can also do this using a private key. So let's just use a sample password. Let me just use my phone number. 1 2 1 2 4 7 2. All right, and all right, click on I read terms and conditions, and you click on create. Now, if you see here, they're going to display to you some things you need to know about your wallet and how to secure your wallet. So let's scroll down a bit so you can actually come here and watch the video. You see where it's written, what is the recovery phase? How do I save my recovery phase? That's your seed phrase. That's just what it is. So some places you have different names for this. So but here it's called the recovery phase, but usually we call it a seed phrase. As you can also see, they also called it the master key. So which means that it's the master key that you need to use to access your funds. So let's click on next, because I don't think we really need to watch the full video of this. Let's click on next. Now on the next, what you are seeing right now is a display of your secret seed phrase. If I click on this black key icon, it's going to display the seed word, which I'm going to do now, but it's not really going to be used, but it's just for you to see what this is. Now, what I will do now is to copy this, but it's not always advisable for you to copy your or seed phrase in your Windows clipboard. It's not always advisable for you to store your seed phrase online, but I'm just doing it for us to have easy access to this account and open up this account so that we'll see what it all looks like. So I'm going to copy this and I'm good. So once you copy this, it tells you to back up your seed phrase. Now, backing up means writing it down somewhere because you're about to open the account. So it's going to tell you to back up your seed phrase, and it's going to display to you something that you need to use to prove that you have actually backed it up. Now, let's click on next so that you see what I'm talking about. Click on next. As I have already copied the seed phrase, you will be seeing on my screen here that it tells me to enter the seed phrase accordingly the way I copied it at the first moment, or the way I backed it up at the first moment. So I'm going to be using this, my copy clipboard. First word that came here is chaos. Let's do that again. Second word that came here is stove. Stove, let's look for stove. Okay, I think it's not ready yet. Let me. Chaos, stove, okay. Another word that came here is fossil bright position. Fossil bright position. What else? Mosquito ice royal inherits. Mosquito ice royal inherits. So laundry pet offer. So you just have to follow them accordingly the way they displayed it to you so that you will not make mistakes. So it says laundry pets offer. So once you're done entering this, you will click on confirm. And if it's written accordingly to the way they gave it to you, once you click on confirm, it will tell you congratulations, you passed the test. Now it tells you keep your secret recovery phase safe. It is your what? Responsibility. So we have actually created a wallet. We have actually set up a wallet on MetaMask, and we already know our seed phrase or our private key. So just click on all done. Now here it says it just gives you some terms and conditions or update or privacy policies, which says your seed phrase is now called your secret recovery phase and etc. So that's just this for that. Let me remove this by clicking on this. Now, if you look here, you would see that your wallet is already ready to use. You can see there it's already showing Ethereum. So you can add any cryptocurrency of your choice to send and receive them by clicking on the buy, send, swap, or any icon you like. So let's add a token here to see how this would work. Click on WISE. Let's search for WISE token. Tap on the WISE token and click on next. Add tokens. Now, once I add the token, you will see that the token WISE has been added on my address. If you click on go back, you'll be seeing the two tokens here, ETH and WISE token. I can click on this. If I want to send and receive WISE, I can just click on this. Then you'll see here it says send. Let's assume I want to send WISE to a WISE token to my friend Brian in Kenya, and I'll just click on the send icon. It will display a wallet address which I will paste here to send the token. So I don't have any WISE token, so there's no need to do the transaction, So that's just how a wallet is actually created. Now, on this same MetaMask wallet, you can have extensions of various chains on this wallet, and you also have access to several blockchain testnets that gives you access to test run your MetaMask wallet. We would have done that, but it would need so much time. But I just want to show you where you can do that. If you look here, you would see some extension, some network. If you say it says test network, all these test network means that these are just test nets. Once you activate them, you'll be able to test run your MetaMask wallet and see how it actually works. So here gives you some details, account details. And if you want to view your wallet address on Etherscan, click on this. Then if you want to check out for connected websites on your address, cryptocurrency wallet, click on this. Now, what you are seeing here is already a web wallet because you can access it on the web page. But if you have MetaMask in your mobile device, it's already a mobile wallet. I hope that is clear. So if you click on here, you will have access to the activities of your web wallets. And here is the web wallet you have. So the most important thing here is that you should make sure that you keep your seed phrases safe. That means you back them up while you are trying to create this wallet. Because even after creating this wallet and you don't have your seed phrases backed up, you may not be able to access the account. Let's assume I deleted Chrome, or I removed Chrome extension from MetaMask extension from my Chrome. I may not be able to access the wallet again, even if I have funds there, because I didn't back up my seed phrase. So that's always a very important thing to note whenever we are considering wallets. So let's go back to my screen sharing so that we can talk about some other kind of wallets. So I've shown us how to create, how to set up a web wallet using MetaMask wallet extension. So on the next one, I'm going to show us how to create, how to set up a hot wallet using the KuCoin exchange as an example. Now, how do we do this? I'm going to open my Chrome and show us, log into my KuCoin account. Now, this you usually do not need to, because this is a hot wallet, so you won't have access to anything like a private key, or you will not need a private key for this. all you need to do is just to log into your KuCoin account, and you have access to your wallet addresses of any kind in there. So let's look at this. Let's allow it to load properly before we log in. Let's give it some time. Yeah, now it has loaded properly. So it says login. I think we can actually log in using my mobile device here. I'm going to scan the QR code to make it easier without inputting my wallet address. So just give me some time. Authorize. So now I've scanned my QR code without needing to input my personal details. And as you can see, it says successful. I've logged in into my KuCoin account. Now, to create a hot wallet is not really that tough. All you need to do is just to create an account the usual way you create several kinds of accounts on your Facebook or any kind of platform. The normal way you create accounts, that's just how you can also create a hot wallet account on KuCoin Exchange. So if you click on this, I want to show us where we can access our wallets and wallet addresses. That should be at our main account here. So if you click on the main account, you would see a display of several listed wallet addresses. If you look into my account, you will see $0 there. Stop looking at it anyway. So just look at what I'm trying to show you. So we have several listed cryptocurrency in here. And these listed cryptocurrencies shows that we have thousands of private keys that are in charge of this cryptocurrency you see here. But who is in charge of it? The KuCoin Exchange are in charge of your cryptocurrency wallet. You can deposit, you can withdraw, but you do not have access to the private keys of this account. So KuCoin is going to help you manage it, and that's just the function of a hot wallet. So let me show you using the USDT example. Let's assume I want to deposit. Click on deposit icon. Once you do that, it's going to show you your wallet address. You can easily copy it for several chains. This is KuCoin chain address. This is Algorand chain blockchain address. And this is TRC20, which is Tron blockchain wallet address for USDT. And that's just how you have created your wallet address on your hot wallet or your KuCoin Exchange account. So that's just how it works. You get, so it's not really that tough. So we'll now go back to our account here to show you the next wallet we are going to create, which is after creating the hot wallet. All you need to do is just to create an account on a KuCoin Exchange. Your wallet is automatically generated. You don't need to start importing or exporting any private keys because KuCoin is handling that for you. So once you create an account and you are done with that, you don't need to have your private keys. They will help manage it for you. And KuCoin Exchange will not display your private keys to the public or to anyone. They are in charge of the funds, so they won't make a mistake of displaying them, because if they do so, they have breached the contract and the privacy, the terms and conditions made by you and between you and them. So we have actually done that using the KuCoin Exchange to create a wallet, a hot wallet. So let's look at how to set up our paper wallet. And how is this possible? All you need to do is to visit a web address called bitaddress.org.org. Now we are going to do that now so that you see how it's done. So now this bitaddress.org was actually created by Point. The person is anonymous. The person didn't actually reveal itself, but the back-end code was actually reviewed by several programmers and developers, and they saw that it actually is strong enough to withhold the address. The bitaddress.org has been existing for a very long time, and many people have been making use of it. But people do not rely, or people do not love the paper wallet because it's not really that reliable. So that's why most people don't use the paper wallet. So I'm going to show us how to generate an address on private key on wallets using the bitaddress.org. Let's go back to let's go to this page and click on, let's enter the website bitaddress. .org. So once you enter this account, here you'll be able to, you'll see this page which tells you to do some things before you would generate your wallet address. So I'm going to show us how to generate your address using this bitaddress.org. Now, how is this done? If you come to this, if you're using your system, all you need to do is to navigate your cursor around the screen. If you look here, you will see the percentage is counting. So it shows that you're actually interfering with the screen. If you don't want to rotate or navigate your cursor on the screen, what you will do is to click on the search button, that's the search bar, and type in anything you want to type in there. Let's do that as an example. You see, as I'm doing that, it's generating, it's trying to generate an address for me. And I will keep doing that till it gets to 100%. So just keep tapping anything that comes into my mind, as it's going to kind of hash it and generate a wallet address for me. Now, once I keep doing this and it gets to 100%, it's currently at 97, 99, 100. Once it gets to 100%, your paper wallet will be generated. Your private key and your public key will be generated. Now, once this happens, you come to this section here where it says paper wallet, click on it, and your paper wallet will be generated. If you want 3 paper wallets, but we are going to generate for only 1 paper wallet. So let's edit this and click on 1. So click on generate. It generates only 1 paper wallet for you. So you can easily print your paper wallet from this page by clicking on this print icon here, or you click on Control Print, Control P on your computer system, any way you want to make use of it. So this is how you can easily generate a paper wallet on your system. But the risk here is that, most people, you don't have a printer in your house and you want to generate a paper wallet. It is very, very risky for you to go to a cyber cafe or a place where they have computer system to print a paper wallet, because people may see it in the process while you are trying to print it out. And as it's even on the screen, people would see the private key and the public key written on the paper while printing it. The owner of the cyber cafe might even decide to go back to the page of what they printed and also print it as well. So you may have your phones or your private keys open to the world. So it's somehow not really reliable for you to make use of a paper wallet. But a paper wallet was actually used in those days when Ledger Nano was not even existing. So that's just what that's just how to generate a wallet on a paper wallet, and that's easily how to make use of this feature. So we'll now go back to looking at how we can, let's look at what we have on the next slide. Sorry, I have to jump all this. So now we've learned how to generate your wallet or the paper wallet by visiting the web address bitaddress.org and entering a random key on the open box, or you can just use your cursor to slide on the screen, then click on generate and select the paper wallet. Once you do that, a paper wallet would appear as we saw on the screen, and you can print it and you're done and dusted. So that's just it. So I'm going to draw some tips for you, so you get to know much more about using of your cryptocurrency wallet. These tips are going to help you. They are not financial advice, but they're going to help you know how to utilize your cryptocurrency wallet address. Now, one of the tips here, it says, do not display your private keys or seed phrases. I wrote this in capital letter because people usually make these mistakes. Most times, they don't even know that their private key or seed phrases, especially newbies, they just create an account and they feel like, oh, this is my password, or this is my email account, this and that. No, that's not how it works. If you have $1,000 in your wallet account or cryptocurrency wallet, and you expose your private key, especially on Twitter, the moment you're doing that, your funds are being moved, you'll be surprised, because anybody who has access to your seed phrases can access your funds in any wallet that relates to that seed phrase. Let's assume I create an account on MetaMask, like we just did previously. If I copy the seed phrases of that MetaMask wallet and I paste it on my Trust wallet and import it, it is going to import my funds there. Surprisingly, but that's just how it works. These wallets are also called decentralized wallets because you can use your private key anywhere. It is not stored in a particular place. No, it is everywhere. It can even go to Exodus wallet, import your private key there. Your private key generated from MetaMask, you can go to Exodus wallet and import it there as long as it is a decentralized wallet or a non-custodial wallet. I hope you get the point. So it is always necessary that you must stop or avoid displaying your private keys or your seed phrases. Hide them as much as you can because if they contain your funds and you expose them, if anybody comes in contact with them, the person can become the owner of your funds. The person will start sending and receiving, moving out funds from your wallet, and you'll be surprised how did that happen. So please, let's just try and avoid that keys. The second thing is that hardware wallet serves best for long-term cryptocurrency holders. Now, why did I say hardware wallet? I'm going to say this reason because any wallet that is offline and not connected to the internet makes things more safer. Someone told me, a programmer told me some time ago that there's nothing that we cannot hack. You get, there's something that you cannot hack as long as it is in the internet, that anybody who wants to see it can still see it. Most times you post your pictures on Facebook, you think it's there. Once you post it on Facebook, even if you delete it, some person can still try to recover it because this is computer. This is just how programs, these are just how it's done. Sometimes you make posts on Facebook and you delete them. You may not even know that Mark Zuckerberg is still having the access to the pictures he just deleted. So that's just it. So anything you upload on the internet is not really that much safe. But here we have a hardware wallet that allows you to store your cryptocurrencies offline without connecting them to the internet. Is that not safe? Is that not even more safer? The only people that can even make you release your private key from your hardware wallet are, let's say, they put you under pressure or duress. You know, they tell you to maybe they point a gun at you and all that. No, that's just the thing. But without that, nobody can easily hack into your hardware wallet and have access to your funds. So that's just how that works. Then the third one is that you should read and understand perfectly the terms and conditions of any wallet service provider before making use of them. You might create a wallet today. As MetaMask told us that your seed phrase is now called secret recovery phrase. You see, so let's assume that tomorrow you are trying to import your wallet on MetaMask, and it tells you provide your secret recovery phrase. You all know that it's a private key or it's a seed phrase, but it tells you provide your recovery phrase. You will always think that okay, maybe it's something else. You now start putting up password or start thinking about recovery password or whatsoever. No. So you just have to read and follow what they tell you to do so that it will help you and assist you whenever you're trying to move funds, because any little mistake you make using your wallet, man, it's done. Most things in this cryptocurrency space are irreversible. Transactions are irreversible. So if somebody sends some funds to you and you cannot receive them back unless the person decides to return the funds back to your account, that's just it. So, but if you send funds mistakenly to an account, there's nobody to call. Unlike the bank we have, where if you mistakenly send funds or somebody takes funds from the bank account, you start calling the customer care. No, here there's no customer care to call. You know, so that's just the thing. Unless they are hot wallets, which somebody else is managing for you, like the Coconut Exchange is managing, you can reach out the customer care if you have any issues with your wallet account, especially if it's not access granted by you or your account password or whatever. So the next we have here is do not save your private keys or seed phrases on your computer clipboard. I told us this. The one I did was just to show us an example. I didn't really save it there, and I'm not going to use that wallet. I just generated it for generating sake, and I'm going to delete it very soon. So that's just it. Do not save your seed phrases or your private keys on your computer clipboard, even on your phone clipboard, any kind of clipboard, even on your Google Drive. Do not save it there. Because if people log into your email account, you know, most times some people go to Cyber Cafe and they want to print something and they log into their email account and they forget that their single email has access to all Google applications like your Google Drive, your Google Chrome, your Google Camera, your Google this, Google that. So most times when you forget this, people can easily log into your account using your email address, and they can even go to your Drive and wherever, anywhere you kept them, and if they find it, your funds are gone. So you'll be thinking that it's safe in your Google account, not knowing that somebody will have access to. And as I told you earlier, anything that is alive on the internet is not really that safe. So you have to keep them away as much as possible as you can. So the next number 5 we have on our tips here. It says ensure you back up your seed phrases always to avoid total loss of your cryptocurrency assets. Now, this is very, very necessary because without your private keys, without your seed phrases, you cannot have access to your funds. It is just the way it is. So that's just how these crypto wallets work. Without your private keys or without your seed phrases, you cannot have access to your crypto funds. If you like, go and mix one word of your 12-word seed phrase. You cannot still have access to it. Maybe you enter the 12-word, it's remaining one word. No, you cannot have access to it. Or let's assume you misspelled the spelling of that word. You will still not have access to it. And if you observe most of the wallets, whenever you're trying to impute your seed phrase, you will see that they will tell you to keep one single spacing in each word in order to help understand what you are really typing. If you copy your wallet address, your wallet seed phrase and paste it in a wallet, and they're all jammed together, you may not work perfectly. So we have to give spaces in each of the words in order to separate them and make them look according to the way it should be. So the last but not the least tips I have here for you is it says, do not enter your seed phrases or your private keys on unverified websites. Bookmark official websites to avoid phishing attack. Now, phishing attack is usual computer programming scam that some programmers use to scam people of their money and also to confuse them. Now, what a phishing attack does is that programmers come to a particular web page. They code that web page in order to resemble the exact official web page that we usually know. You know, somebody can easily build the front interface of Facebook. Now, if you see the link, you may not even look at the link, but if you see the page, you think that, okay, this is Facebook, not knowing that, no, this is a clone of Facebook, you know. So that's just what they literally do. So they clone original web pages. So when you see them, you think that, oh, this is the main one. They now go and impute your seed phrase or your private keys, not knowing that somebody in the back end is receiving this code in his server database. You know, so let's assume that somebody cloned MetaMask. If I just go and click on MetaMask, you know, the official MetaMask website is metamask.io, and I now go and click on metamask.in. You know, it's much convincing, but it might even have same visual and same graphical user interface whenever I open the website. But the thing there is that it is not the same to the original MetaMask. And if I import my seed phrase in the fake MetaMask, anybody who created that can easily take my funds and go to any other wallet, even Trust Wallet, and even start removing funds I have in my seed phrase. So it is not advisable that you enter your seed phrase on any website you just see like that. You just have to verify them and confirm that these are reliable websites. And another thing is, most of us that participate in airdrops, you may see some airdrops in Google Form or any kind of platform or website that will tell you to impute your seed phrase here. You don't use seed phrase to get airdrop. You only use your wallet address because wallet address is used for sending and receiving. You understand? So you don't use seed phrases to get airdrops. So if you are new to this space and you're trying to make use of, you're trying to gain airdrops, no, do not use your seed phrase to obtain those airdrops. No. If they tell you to impute your seed phrase, just know that it is total scam. Nobody will tell you to use seed phrase to get your airdrops. It does not work that way, because if you do that, the person that created that form will use your seed phrase to hack your phone some other place, some other wallet. So these are the top 6 tips I'm going to give you today for the program before we come to final conclusion. So I think that's all I have for you for this class specifically.